What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Cardinals Today, presented by Prize Picks. And on today's show, we're loading in as the Arizona Cardinals to do a 7-round mock draft here on PFF Simulator. This is going to be a lot of fun. So if you're a diehard Cardinals fan, hit that subscribe button. The draft is tomorrow. This is the final Cardinals mock draft that we are going to do here on the show. So let's enter the draft. All right, we are loading in as the Cardinals with pick 3. You guys can see it on your screen right now. And let me know in the comment section who you want me to take here. Obviously, Mendoza is going first overall. PFF is on something crazy because Ruben Bain just became the 2nd overall pick. There's no shot that that happens. Arvell Reese is a name that gets linked to Arizona a lot. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on over to the trade offers here and should be able to get one from Dallas. They're not as interested in the pick, and so all of a sudden, it's the Chiefs and Saints who are rumored to be in on this pick as well. Let's see what we could get out of Kansas City, who wants to move up for David Bailey. All right, obviously, we would have to give them pick 3. I think we would get 9. Can we get both their firsts? All right, and then Kansas City, throw us something in 2027, right? We're playing for that draft. Let's be real here. And it looks like they would do it with a 2nd. So offer trade, it's been accepted. Can you guys see the details there? You can. 2 firsts for 3, and also a 2nd rounder next year. Sorry that this PFF thing looks weirdly condensed, but let's get back in the draft here. And now the Cardinals are on the clock with pick 9. And oh my goodness, Caleb Downs is available. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not foresee this coming. We did not foresee this coming. Francis Mauigoa went 8th overall. That was going to be the pick. But because we're live on the clock here, it's between Spencer Fano and it's between Caleb Downs. I personally would go Caleb Downs here, but I think it's super unrealistic, and I think way more likely the Cardinals would have Fano available in this case, and they need a right tackle. So even though I would go Downs, we're going to play for the sake of realism here and draft Spencer Fano 9th overall. And to be honest, that's a pretty good deal for the Arizona Cardinals, right? You move down, you get an extra 1st-round pick, and you get a 2nd rounder in 2027. Now, I do expect the Cardinals to have a pretty good 2027 2nd-round pick, right? Let me be honest with you guys. They're not going to be fantastic next year, as much as I would love to say that they would. And so to get Spencer Fano, who is an athletic lineman, moves very well, gets himself into good positions, improves each year in pass pro, could probably add a little bit more mass, but other analysts say he could play guard. And so he does have good mass in that sense, and I'm a little confused why people try to get on him for that part of his game. And so overall, I do think Spencer Fano would be a fantastic selection here if you get more capital for drafting him. Let's move on to the next part of this draft here, which is pick 29. Now the Cardinals get 2 first-round picks, and Cashius Howell fell into their lap. Cashius Howell has fallen into their lap. They need an edge. He's sitting right there. And so absolutely I'm taking Cashius Howell to be an Arizona Cardinal. Now, a lot of people concerned perhaps about Cashius Howell arm length, I'm hearing. But as a pure prospect, he is a football player that is going to go early in this draft, is late 1st, or mid 1st, late 1st. The floor for Cashius Howell is probably 2nd round. And so to be able to land the athletic beast who fits a position of need, flashes great pass rush juice off the edge, gets his hands up, knocks down passes, he's alert, he's attentive. The size, that's what people get on him about, okay? But I'm not too concerned. I think Arizona is in a spot where they're going to go edge and tackle here, and they're also both best player available, so I love it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the picks that I've made to this point. We're going to keep drafting here for the Arizona Cardinals, but before we do that, I got to tell you guys about our awesome sponsor on today's show, and that is our friends over at Prize Picks. Let's talk about the app that I can't get enough of, and that is Prize Picks. It is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Playoff basketball is here. Big golf tournaments. Baseball is underway if you're old school. And personally, I love sports and I love making daily fantasy lineups. You guys can follow me on the app to see all of my lineups at JoeyOD1. Get them before they even get posted here on the show. You can also follow your friends, share lineups with each other, or explore your favorite celebrity lineups. The one I'm rocking with, this was last night's 3-pick power play. Jaylen Brown, more than 19.5 points. Jason Tatum, more than 17.5 points. They've both done that in their last 5 games. And then I had Wemby, more than 1.5 3-pointers made. So that's an example of a lineup you can make. I put down $5.50 to pay $10.45, so good value here. And what you really need to know, guys, is that the app is super easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. New user offer. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code HMA to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. The link is in the comment section and description of today's video, and that is code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks. It is good to be right. Let's get back in here on Cardinals Today to our mock draft. So what I'm going to do, folks, and hopefully you can still see my screen here. Yes, you can. That is fantastic. Pick 34, Denzel Boston is here. What is he doing here? Colton Hood is here. Pregnon is here. Cardinals fans, we can have a field day here. I think you need a guard as well. I think you really need O-line. And if you've got Fano and Pregnon, all of a sudden, you are drafting to be a great franchise in the future. Let's look at this. Fano, Pregnon, and Howell. Fitting positions of need, low-key best available at those spots as well. I mean, we're cooking. We're cooking. There's no other way to say it, folks. Let's move on now. What do we got here? Pick, what is this? 65. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Pick 65. So, we've got, oh, wow. Treydan Stukes is available. Arizona to Arizona. Folks, I'm going to tell you one thing about Treydan Stukes. A GM told Adam Schefter that he would rather have Treydan Stukes than Caleb Downs. I'm serious. That is a real report. And so that's a no-brainer. He's a little bit older, but he is so good at football. Can play safety for you. He's versatile. Like, it's probably a win-now move, but I absolutely think the Cardinals should be taking him. You're probably wondering, why don't we have Ty Simpson on the roster? I probably should have taken him over Cashius Howell, but I was selfishly wanting the Cardinals to take an edge, and I just don't want to use that high of a draft pick on Ty Simpson when you can get Drew Allar right here, right now in the 4th round. You talk about a guy with traits, you can talk about a guy with intangibles. Drew Allar is that guy. In the fact that he's 6'5", in the fact that Mike LaFleur has been vocal that he likes quarterbacks who can stand in the pocket, take a hit, air it out, and show toughness. Now, Drew Allar, not necessarily mentally tough. Sorry, Drew, but it's the truth. But he's got great size at the quarterback position. Solid mobility. Great arm strength. The man has a cannon on him, folks. He just does. He can make every throw. The problem is it's not consistent. He lacks some touch. He lacks accuracy and processing. All of that shows up late in big games. And so the thing you're getting with Drew Allar here is a prospect that has the traits you want, size and an arm, but needs development. So I think Mike LaFleur would be intrigued to work with a prospect like Drew Allar, see if he could be the one to develop him, bring the most out of him. And we're only talking about a 4th-round pick here. It does not discourage you. It does not stop you from taking a quarterback in 2027. Ty Simpson may. Moving on here, we're getting into the rounds that the diehard fans are caring about. So if you're still watching, you are a real one here. And the Arizona Cardinals on the clock at pick 143. We're going to look at what we've done already so far. Fano, Howell, Pregnon, Stukes, and Allar. My goodness, what a draft class. If you know ball, comment down below. You know that's a good draft class. I think running back, it's not a position the Cardinals, quote-unquote, need. It's a position they will need. And if you're not going to take the Jeremiah Love early because we traded down, I'm going to take Nick Singleton. He has that same home run hitter ability. James Conner's not going to be in Arizona forever. And so to me, I like the value here of Nick Singleton, who could have been a 1st-round pick preseason. You could say the same about Drew Allar. Let's take the Penn State duo back-to-back. One of them's got to hit. We're now in the sixth round, with pick 183. I could go 3 Penn States in a row to keep bolstering the O-line, but we've handled the O-line, I believe, in a pretty good sense. So why not take, where's my favorite football player? Zane Durant's still here. That's intriguing to me. That is intriguing to me. Could go wide receiver, but I like the group we have in Arizona. Lorenzo Styles, a speedy safety that can play on special teams as well. Some pretty decent football options in the room right now as we speak. For me, I think you need DL. What linebackers are here? What linebackers are available? That's what I want to know. Is Jack Kelly out of BYU here? Oh, he is. So is Harold Perkins out of LSU. I'm taking Harold Perkins. I think the value is fantastic for a team that needs a linebacker, as the Arizona Cardinals could use another one off ball next to Cody Simons, who worked out pretty well as a young player last year. I'm doing that. And we get to the 7th round here. This is going to be the final selection of our final mock draft. This is an exciting time, folks, to be watching Cardinals Today. Let me know what you think of the draft so far in the comment section. But for me, I think Chase Roberts, the 6'4" BYU receiver, is not a bad shout. Another target for whoever your quarterback is. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, folks. And all of a sudden, we have a 7th-round Arizona Cardinals mock draft in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look. Grade the mock draft. Hello, PFF. Thank you. Yeah, they told me I should have drafted Ty Simpson. Look at that. Grade this mock draft in the comment section. Fano, Howell, Pregnon, Stukes, Allar, Singleton, Perkins, Roberts in the 7th. Folks, do me a favor, get down in that comment section. Let me know what you think about this. The grading scale is an A, B, C, D, or an F. So let me know down below what you guys think of it. I honestly had a lot of fun doing this. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I could show you. I could ask you guys to grade it. Here we go. Look at this. Look at me getting technical. Grade my Cardinals mock draft. A, B, C, D, or F, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you would give this one. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in to this edition of Cardinals Today, folks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not, and that is going to do it for our show. Super excited for the draft tomorrow. If you are, let me know by smashing that like button, and I'll see you guys soon with analysis on the picks that the Cardinals actually do end up making.